What's up, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links players? It's your boy Roz1 coming at you with yet another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. In today's video, I'm actually going to be taking you guys back through PVP duels, this time using one of my favorite decks since the beginning of this game, the Harpies Hunting Ground Harpie deck. Of course, a couple months ago, the deck actually got nerfed a little bit. The ability of Harpies Hunting Ground got nerfed, and now we start with the card on top of our deck instead of in our opening, or instead of on the field. So it starts in our opening hand and counts as one of the 4 cards instead of having Harpies Hunting Ground and 4 cards to go with it. It's a little weaker, but we got some new cards in the past couple of sets that have really made things easier to play, and especially since I've been able to buy the selection box and get my last copies of Super Rush Headlong that I needed, it makes it a lot easier to run this Harpie deck. So let's take a look at the list before we jump into it. And before we actually start talking about this list, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links videos, including more PvP duels coming out later this week. Starting tomorrow, of course. So, starting off with the deck, we play 3 Harpie Dancer, 3 Birdface, 1 Harpie Lady, 1 because we only have access to 1 in the game at the moment, 2 Cyber Harpie Lady to round out our 3 Harpie Ladies, 3 Harpie Lady names that we're allowed to run, 3 Super Rush Headlong, 3 Enemy Controller, 1 Elegant Egotist for the push, 3 Wall of Disruption, and 1 Wild Tornado. For the sake of today's video, I'm actually going to edit this deck and take out 1 Elegant Egotist and put in another Wild Tornado. My reason for this being that Wild Tornado is such a good card right now until February 4th while the Bamboo Sword engine is a thing. Not only can you pop it with Harpie's Hunting Ground's ability to destroy a face-up monster, you can also just straight up use its ability to pop a face-up spell or trap card on the field. So if you get Bamboo Sworded and your opponent's going to start going in with that, you just flip that up and hit them with that. I think the card you can activate from your hand is in this game as well. I believe it's called Typhoon. If I'm wrong, I'm just going to give up right here. And yes, Typhoon. Target 1 face-up spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. If your opponent controls 2 or more spell or trap cards and you control no spell or trap cards, you can activate this card from your hand. It's another really good card against the Bamboo Sword engine, and even is very, very strong going first, or going second if your opponent goes first and starts comboing off. But we're going to keep using Wild Tornado because of its synergy with Harpie's Hunting Ground, and because the only deck we're going to be playing is not going to be against the Citadel deck. So our first duel is actually going to be a replay, because I really wanted to share this replay with you of what the deck can do. Luckily, I didn't open up very strong in this game, but luckily neither did my opponent, and I was able to eventually draw into the stuff I needed. This is before I made the change that I just showed you guys with the deck, where I took out the Elegant Egotist for a Wild Tornado. So while I can't remember off the top of my head whether or not I activated Elegant Egotist, it may actually be relevant in this game. But regardless, I'm still making the change, and you're still going to see me playing with that change in a couple of minutes here. So I get to start off going first, which was absolutely phenomenal. With this deck, getting to set your spells and traps first is actually really great. Even though you do start off with Harpie's Hunting Ground in your first hand, you're technically starting off with 3 cards if you go first. It's kind of it kind of hurts you, as you can see here, where I was drawing a lot of spells and traps back to back, but of course he's only summoning small monsters, so that didn't matter. I think that's why I saved this replay in the first place, because I just drew absolutely awful and was able to draw out of it. He's actually running a Dark Necrofear deck. He uses a Dimensional Alchemist and Monster Reincarnations to get access to his monsters in the graveyard and banished as he gets rid of them. Most likely playing Lava Golems as well, but he did not see that. And here you can see the relevance of my Wild Tornado play that I'm bringing into effect. Pop the Dimensional Alchemist, or no, pop this guy so he can't draw a card. He's going to draw with the Dimensional Alchemist regardless. We'll just add back a Dark Mimic level 3 that was already banished. He gets this Archfiend. He never actually summons this Archfiend this game. He only summons Dark Necrofears, which is no problem, because Dark Necrofear's ability, while it allows you to take control of an opponent's monster after it's been destroyed, he's playing against Harpies, so I'm just going to destroy the Dark Necrofear when it comes back as the equip spell whenever that happens, if I even need to. Which, you'll find out what I mean by that in a second here. So I keep drawing into more spells and traps. So far I've only seen the 1 monster and the Elegant Egotist, but now I'm down to I've seen the Elegant Egotist, so it was 2 monsters, but now I'm down to 1. The only thing that can run over my Harpie Lady 1 is his Wind monster, so I call Wind. And unfortunately I didn't draw another monster to steal the victory right there, but we're still pushing for it. Now next turn he's going to summon yet another Dark Necrofear. Not next turn as in the one he just did, but this one. Oh wow. I guess a few turns went by drawing and passing, but We pop the Super Rush Headlong because at this point, I don't really need that. I've got Harpie Dancer. His biggest problem in the deck is going to be that Dark Necrofear when he drops it. Harpie Dancer can easily just take care of it if that even needs to be the case. So finally, now here comes the Dark Necrofear that I said was coming a few minutes ago, or a couple seconds ago. I don't really have any concept of time right now going on. So we Harpie Dancer, pop his other back row, and we're just going to see how this all plays out and what he decides to do with this Necrofear. Because we decide to kill the Necrofear like that and try to do some more damage, but he Karibos. He's dropping lots and lots of Fiends to make sure that he has plenty of fodder to bring his Dark Necrofear out and to make sure he doesn't take any damage. Luckily for me, my Harpie Lady 1 still boosts my bird face, giving me enough attack strength to run over it and giving me enough to not lose to this guy. He adds Dark Necrofear back to his hand with Monster Reincarnation, which he is going to summon that. It was pretty annoying that he did that here, but luckily for me, I was able to search a Harpie Lady with that bird face, set it down, and wait for him to do more stuff. Another monster comes out. Wall of Disruption brings Dark Necrofear down enough for me to next turn go in and swing for game. So my point of showing this replay, although it was a little bit of a kind of a clusterfuck there for a little bit, was to show you guys that this deck has a lot of outs to other decks. All the trap cards help you, spells and traps just help you beat down your opponent while you're popping their back rows. Join me back here in a second for yet another game, this time live instead of a replay. So our opponent is playing Dr. Crowler, and he's actually from a new country. I haven't played anybody from Sweden yet, or Norway. Wow, I've already no, it was Switzerland. I'm playing someone from Switzerland, so that was really cool that that's the first time, considering I got my 100 wins in like 2 days the other day. So yeah, well, it looks here that like I'm gonna actually be able to go in and do some damage to him. I'm going to start by summoning the Harpie Dancer, hopefully not getting Floodgate Trap Hold or anything like that. Because of this, we'll go ahead and go for the Ancient Gear Castle first. If that goes through, then that's great. If not, yep, there's a Floodgate. Unfortunately, we won't be able to Super Rush Headlong to protect our Harpie Dancer, but he won't be able to Ancient Gear Golem us, so let's take a look at what he decides to do to combat us this turn. He draws a card. Some people in PvP just go so slow, I feel like I should say every single little thing they do. Birdface will be 1800, so I'm going to punish him for wasting the normal summon on his Ancient Gear Knight. I'm going to go ahead and normal ooh, if he had a spell or trap card, the Cyber Harpie would be so much better to play right here. But with that, we'll swing in, crash. You know, I did consider activating the Super Rush Headlong, but I really want to catch him off guard with that. Okay, and that's a Sphere Karibo, which is alright because he can't beat over it with the Ancient Gear Knight. I've got 1800 defense, so I can just go back next turn and do whatever I want. Plus, he wasted a Sphere Karibo on that. He must not have another monster to summon. Unless it's this... if he summons another monster... Ancient Gear Beast... Ah, he just wanted to summon Beast, so I'm going to go ahead and protect my Birdface for the turn. Selecting him and calling Earth so Ancient Gear Beast can't defeat him. I'm really hoping he sets another spell or trap, because right now the only way that I can get over that is if I'm able to summon my Harpie Lady 1, and I can't do that unless I'm popping some. Okay. So another Birdface. That's a little disheartening. Nothing to worry about. We're kind of getting monster cloggy right now, which really doesn't happen with this deck because I run less monsters for that exact reason. Just gonna attack the Birdface with Ancient Gear Beast, which is okay. We're gonna try to activate it even though it's just getting negated anyway, because why not? You never know when you're gonna hit a random game glitch. We'll take this opportunity to summon Harpie Lady 1 and pop his face down. And if the Harpie Lady 1 does not get Floodgate Trap Hold, then we'll be alright to flip up the Birdface and run over the Ancient Gear Beast. But we got a Windstorm, which is even better, because the Harpie Lady 1 stays face up. We'll set the Wall of Destruction for whatever he summons next turn, if anything, and beat over the Ancient Gear Beast with my Birdface. Since he wasted the Sphere Karibo earlier to be able to summon Ancient Gear Beast, we didn't have to worry about that unless he had another one. Chances were pretty low, but I felt okay swinging. Another castle. Probably going to summon an Ancient Gear Knight. Oh, that's a Sergeant Electro, but, I mean, it can't run anything over. So, he's just going to have to end his turn. Super Rush oh. He entered battle phase for a second, so I was like, oh, okay, he's going to have a Super Rush Headlong. And at this point, we'll just summon another Harpie and pop his Gear Castle because we can. Just swinging for game. If we had an auto duel button, we would press it right here because it would just win us the game. It's honestly kind of annoying that we have to sit here and wait for him to time out because he's gonna surrender. It would have been a lot faster for him and me just to let the game end, because now he's gonna have to wait for his game to reload unless he decided to rage quit. So another win in the books for me. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here and start it up again at our next PvP duel. Our next opponent is Dr. Velian Crowler player from India that we are fortunately going to get to start first off against. Well, I guess we're playing Harpies. I don't know why I started saying fortunately before I started seeing that result. Watch this. It's going to be Duel. This hand's a little better than we've been getting, but we're going to just start off instantly and pop that Ancient Gear Castle. Don't want to have any Ancient Gear Beasts that I don't have to fight against come into play. See what other kind of spells and traps he has to play or set. I actually did skip a few games that I lost. I lost a lot of motivation to make videos for a little bit there and had to give myself a couple of minutes, go take a break. I got stuck playing against a couple of bamboo sword decks, and it was just... You know, I really love to try and make effort to make good content and bring good videos. You know, enjoyable videos with decks that you guys love to see, but... I can't show you guys what a deck can do if you're playing against a deck that just sits there and plays with itself all day. That's absurd and completely insane that that was a thing. And it is beyond me why the people who make this game think that they have to give us a few days notice or like a month of notice that they're gonna do these things. They're like, hey, so we're going to do these things that'll make the game more fun to play, but you're gonna have to deal with the game not being fun to play at all for like a month. So, luckily though, I'm actually having fun despite the floodgate trap hole and the man-eater bug that I'm having to play against right now. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this matchup. My hope is that he'll summon an Ancient Gear Knight and try to attack without its effect into my Harpie Dancer so I can bounce it and play it again. Chances are that's not what's going to happen because a lot of my opponents are smarter than I want them to be. That's a twin barrel dragon, so that could end up being bad. He'll probably try to pop the Harpies, yep. And he won't get it because thank you for not making my luck be that bad right now. Hopefully he attacks. Nope, no attack. He doesn't want me to pop the Shard of Greed. He knows. He knows. Let's go Birdface, swing into the twin barrel dragon, get rid of his monsters. You know, people usually run Sergeant Electro over Twin Barrel Dragon. It just seems so against my luck that instead of that, or maybe not instead of that, but like, it seems so against my luck that he's playing Twin Barrel Dragon that can pop my Harpie's Hunting Ground instead of Sergeant Electro right now. It's just so bizarre that I can only think that it was, you know, that it happened this way to spite me. Enemy controller... I honestly would not mind him summoning an Ancient Gear Golem on me right now, because I can just take that and swing for game. If his next play is Ancient Gear Golem, well, there's a Sergeant Electro to go against what I said earlier. Shard of Greed's live because, of course, we should start drawing spells and traps since we've got 3 of our monsters out of the deck. Come on. Way faster. That's a soul exchange. Wow. Tribute for the Ancient Gear Beast. Get the second one to bring out your Ancient Gear Golem next turn. Air Knight Parshath. Well, that was just flat out unexpected. I'm just genuinely shocked right now that that's what came up. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go pass activation of anything. We're gonna attack, pass activation at attack declaration, and well, this is just starting to get annoying. But you know what? Still nothing out of the ordinary here. You can just keep summoning monsters and not attacking. I'm cool with that. That's double floodgate trap hole so far. We have to watch out for the third one. Oof. And there's the Ancient Gear Knight that he's going to wait until next turn to attack. Well, he's going to attack! We're going to let this one go because why not? Wow, I think he just gave me the win here without realizing it. Please. Yes! You could have just waited a turn. Could have just waited a turn. Now I can activate Dancer, bounce it to pop the Ancient Gear Castle, and maybe trigger his face down card. Let's go. I'm very happy with my results of what's going on right now. Bounce the Harpie Dancer is making me feel a lot better about having to play against all those Bamboo Sword decks that this guy is just kind of letting me do what I want to do right now. Let's go Dancer, normal summon. Harpie's Hunting Ground will target... Oh, let's go with the face down this time. There's no downside to popping the face down over the Ancient Gear Castle. Hit a Trap Jammer. That's an interesting card to hit. So we pretty much win out from here, popping the Ancient Gear Castle and killing his two strongest monsters. He really has no plays here. Let's actually take a look and see if 300 points will make the difference here. So if I were to swing for 2,300 after this battle, it's 1,200. Yeah, I actually just win if I take his Air Knight Parshath with the enemy controller. Oh, I'm looking at my own life points, not his. Yeah, I definitely win. I don't even want to see what I draw. So there's another win in the books for me. I will see you guys back here in a second for the next game. So we get to go second against this Joey for our last video of this replay video. Or for the last duel of this video. He's going to play Fields of the Warriors and I get Harpie's Hunting Ground, which means I'm already at a slight advantage over him. We opened Wild Tornado, which means we have an out to any monsters he plays as well. Granted that we draw Harpie Lady. Happens, it's a very clunky deck. It's strong, but it's not extremely consistent. That's my only downside with it, kind of to wrap up my my opinions of this deck. And it looks like he's playing some sort of 6 Samurai variant. He's going to set 2 cards face down. He saw him playing Harpie's Hunting Ground, so he's probably going to do as much as he can to protect any of his cards that he can. He's probably got a Wall of Disruption face down, or not Wall of Disruption, he's probably got a Floodgate Trap Hole face down. I've been able to call that right pretty much every game so far. So we're going to start out actually by hitting the Sojin. I feel like hitting Sojin will keep him from doing the things that he really wants to be doing this game. He's going to chain something anyway back here most likely. Nothing changed, wow. Genuine shock and surprise right now. No Floodgate Trap Holes, which means that his face downs are he's got an enemy controller face down there somewhere. Maybe a Mirror Wall as well, because it has to chain something to the Harpie's Hunting Ground, but no, I'm sure he's probably got a Wall of Disruption and a Mirror Wall face down, or a Mirror Wall and an enemy controller, something like that. I'm very sure that we're going to find out soon enough, though. If he would ever do anything. Like I say, biggest pet peeve about PvP is that you have 3 minutes plus, or like 2 minutes plus 3 minutes to make a turn, and people just like... Draw. End my turn. That's what I imagine. I know people have slow phones and slow computers and whatnot, but come on guys, it's 2018. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! We're playing almost old Yu-Gi-Oh! There's not a lot of things you have to think about. Hurry up. Summons another monster. Ooh. That's gonna be a tough one. Hopefully he pops my Wild Tornado. That would be hilarious. Oh, of course he's not going to hit that Wild Tornado. He didn't let me chain anything. Didn't even give me the option to chain anything. I was going down to click not to, but it just disappeared. So there is yet another Cyber Harpie that we'll be able to use to pop a spell or trap card. Hopefully soon we'll see a Harpie Dancer. That's a lot better to have against back row heavy decks like this. Go hit that card. I was actually gonna turn a Harpie to defense. So we write about the enemy controller originally. So the next next card was definitely something chainable to the Harpie's hunting ground, I think. Could be wrong, but now we have to worry about that other mystery card that we weren't able to gauge its activation timing like the other stuff. Come on. Oh, it was 2 enemy controllers? How? I could have sworn it asked if he wanted to chain to Harpie's hunting ground. Well, that's alright, because I forgot to set the Super Rush headmark. Darn it. Well, let's see how this plays out, because I forgot to set Super Rush Headlong, which could, you know, affect me very negatively. Summons another Well, we're definitely popping something this turn at least. He gets the Wild Tornado first. So now raises the question, do I want to lose the enemy controller? I'm losing the enemy controller either way right now, so whether I activate it to turn the Zanji to defense or if I let that pop it. And it seems like it would be a lot stronger to just let the Zanji get popped right now and let the enemy controller get popped. What's this? Oh, right. Samurais protect each other. Forget about all these things. I haven't played with a 6 Samurai deck that actually utilizes the abilities to protect each other since, like, I want to say 2008, 2009 back in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! So I completely forgot that was a thing. Maybe he won't turn the Zanji back to attack. Of course he's going to turn the Zanji back to attack mode. But double Yaichi was pretty annoying. But luckily we drew into another Harpie Lady to pop his last back row, and hopefully at this point steal some wins. Go Hunting Ground, destroy his face down, and then, come on, come on. Third enemy controller? Super Rush? Mirror Wall? Come on. You're either going to activate it or you're not going to activate it, dude. Like, there's no reason to sit here and make me wait. Windstorm. Awesome. Well, I feel like he's just going to let the Yaichi die to protect the Zanji, so I might as well just do as much damage as I can right now. Or he'll kill the Zanji to protect the Yaichi. Or that's a Sphere Kuribo in his hand. Just activate the Sphere Kuribo, dude. Like, are you kidding me? Stop wasting my time. Oh, he's gonna protect it. Yeah, you really had to think about that one. So is that another... That must be another 6 Samurai monster in hand. Maybe even another Zanji. But of course, you know, he's going to sit here and make me wait to play against it. Oh, Inishi. Very, very interesting. Does this have a protection ability? No, it doesn't. It just didn't give me the chance to change something again. Did I miss something? Did I do something wrong? So cannot be normal, so it must be special summoned by me. When you target one face-up monster and destroy that target. He can't Yaichi pop anything because he doesn't have any other 6 samurai. Let's go attack the Yanishi. Not on attack declaration, but battle step, if that'll even be allowed to be the case. It's another enemy controller. Nice, nice. So now I really have to think. I'm at 4,000 life points. He has no cards in hand. I just set the enemy controller, so I can't even do that. Oh well. It's another 6 samurai monster. There's just, yeah, nothing I can do. Well, that was fun. Popping Sojin just did so much for me. I do get one more turn, so I don't think there's anything I can draw here that'll stop me. I mean, he's popping a monster and popping a spell or trap a turn. Well, it's never too late to give up hope. Now we give up hope. Well, you guys, it was fun, but of course, this deck's just inconsistent. It is really strong, but if you don't draw the right hands with it, or if your opponent just draws better than you, which is very possible to do, it really hurts the deck. So that's where I'm going to stop the video for today, you guys, though. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links videos, and be sure to comment on the video and let me know what you guys thought about me getting my ass handed to me a couple times. Peace!